The house is a machine built of sound, but it is anchored in your silence. You are standing in the hallway, watching the storm of their lives blow past you. Doors slam, phones chime, voices rise in a jagged cacophony of petty demands and emotional eruptions. You say nothing. Your lips are a sealed border. This is the tactical entrance into the architecture of stillness. You are the shadow strategist who understands that if you were to speak every truth you hold, the walls would vibrate until they cracked. Your silence is not an absence of thought. It is a high-pressure seal. You are the one who absorbs the decibels of their chaos so they can live in a frequency of peace. This is your line of defense, a quiet so profound that it becomes the gravity holding the rooms in place. While they exhaust themselves with noise, you are building a sanctuary out of the things you choose not to say. The clock on the wall is the only voice that matches your rhythm. You look at the dinner table, the site of 1,000 uncounted interruptions. You have learned the tactical value of the held breath. You know that your silence is the only thing standing between their fragile egos and the cold, hard reality of the world. You are the architect who designed the acoustics of this home so that their cries for help are amplified while your own fatigue remains muted. This is not a lack of power. It is the ultimate exercise of it. You are the sentinel of the unspoken, the vault where the family's friction is buried and neutralized. Tonight, as you move through the shadows, you realize that the foundation of this kingdom isn't the stone or the wood. It is the immense, invisible weight of your self-control. You are the pilot who flies through the turbulence without ever letting the passengers hear the engine strain. You look at them, the people who think the silence is natural. They don't realize that silence is a manufactured product. It is something you create every hour by swallowing your own fire. You see the lie in your husband's eyes, and you remain still. You see the growing selfishness in your child's stride, and you keep your counsel. You are waiting for the tactical moment. You are the gravity at the center of the noise, a black hole of discipline that drinks the light so the stars around you can shine. This is the paradox of the matriarch. The quieter you are, the more room they have to exist. You have become a hollow space where they can echo, never realizing that the space is only there because you are holding back the tide. Tonight, you are the only one who knows that the peace they feel is actually the sound of your heart maintaining the pressure, a silent architecture of will that keeps the world from screaming. The reality is a cold, clinical operation. They mistake your silence for consent, for weakness, or worse, for a lack of opinion. They think you are quiet because you have nothing to say, never realizing you are quiet because you have too much to say. This is the dopamine trap of the family unit. They get their hits of emotional release by dumping their noise onto you, while you are forced to find satisfaction in the mere fact that the system didn't break. Look at your husband. He fills the air with his complaints about work, his fatigue, his minor inconveniences. He uses your silence as a bucket. Look at your children. They broadcast their every whim and wound, expecting your stillness to be the canvas for their drama. They don't hear you because your silence has become the baseline. You are the only adult in this room, and you are the only one who knows that words are expensive. You have been gaslit by the very stability you created. Because you don't scream, they think you don't hurt. Because you don't demand, they think you don't want. You have optimized your emotional output to the point of invisibility. This is a sharp, metallic fact. Your silence is the labor that makes their expression possible. You are the acoustic foam of the household, absorbing the impact of their failures so they don't bounce back and shatter the peace. It is a slow, grinding erosion of the self. You are the vault for their secrets, the dumpster for their bad moods, and the filter for their toxic days. And what do you get in return? The privilege of being the one who doesn't cause a scene. This is the tactical truth. You have made yourself a no-fly zone for your own emotions. You have created a world where their noise is a right and your silence is a duty. But here is the dopaminergic flip. Your silence is your highest form of surveillance. Because you don't speak, you see everything. You see the cracks in their stories. You see the fear behind their bravado. You see the exact moment the balance of power shifts in the room. Your stillness is not a void. It is a weapon of absolute clarity. You are the matriarch, the silent operator of this entire domestic machinery, and your refusal to participate in the noise is the ultimate proof of your superiority. You don't need to shout to be the most powerful person in the house. The foundation doesn't make a sound, yet it dictates the shape of every room. You are the granite base, holding the universe together, while they exhaust themselves with the trivial, never realizing that the silence they enjoy is the sound of your absolute mastery over the chaos. The house is standing. The storm has passed. The noise has retreated into the bedrooms, leaving only the steady hum of the refrigerator and the rhythm of your own breath. This is your triumph. Every time you didn't snap back, every time you swallowed the sharp remark, every time you held the peace at the cost of your own throat, that was a tactical victory. The order of the home is the direct result of your restraint. You are the one who chose the long peace over the short argument. You are the one who knew that a word spoken in anger is a brick removed from the wall. The world rests entirely on your micro-decisions to remain still. You are the strategist of the unspoken. Your life is a sequence of invisible miracles, performed in the vacuum of your own self-control. You have turned a collection of volatile egos into a functioning family by being the one who refuses to ignite. You are the high priestess of the hearth, standing in the steam of the kettle, transforming your internal pressure into a shield of safety for them. Look at the order you have commanded. Look at the rhythmic breathing of the people who think they are the ones in charge. That is your symphony. That is your masterpiece. You have sculpted their stability out of the raw marble of your own silence. You are the one who knows exactly how much truth the house can handle before it collapses, and you have the strength to keep the rest to yourself. You have earned the right to own this stillness. You have earned the right to be the core of this universe. Your silence is not a vacuum. It is a dense, powerful field of protection. You are the singular force that prevents the entropic decay of the family unit. You are a relentless engine of care that produces stability from the raw materials of your own unsaid thoughts. And in the deep, quiet hours, when the final task is done, you must realize that your value is not measured by how much you speak, but by how much you hold together without a word. You are the magnificent architecture of will that makes a life possible for everyone who bears your name. You are the triumph of the human spirit, holding the sky in a perfect, terrifying silence. You are the matriarch, and the silence is your throne. The house is finally still. The last voice has faded. The architecture of your silence is complete for today. Save this. You will need these words when the sun breaks and the first wave of noise hits your perimeter. You will need this armor when the urge to scream becomes a physical weight in your chest. Send this to the woman who feels like she is drowning in the quiet, who thinks her silence is a sign of her disappearance. Tell her it is not. Tell her it is her greatest weapon. Tell her she is the tactical core of a universe that only exists because she has the strength to be still. Tell her that her silence is the cement of the world. You are the matriarch. You are the high command. Everything else, the noise, the demands, the constant chatter, is just wind against the mountain. Your silence is not a prison. It is a fortress. Your discipline is not a burden. It is your crown. Do not look for their validation. They are too noisy to understand the power of the quiet. Look instead at the peace you have enforced. Look at the lives that flourish because you refuse to let the discord take root. You are the singular force that makes tomorrow a certainty, but you are also the only one who knows the price of the quiet. Now, put down the weight for tonight. Let the sky hold itself while you rest in the silence you've built. The locks are firm. The world is quiet. The rhythm of this home is steady under the shadow of your hand. Sleep soundly now, matriarch. The fortress is under control. The queen is at rest. And even in the deepest dark of the quietest room, your silence is not a void. It is a presence. It is the heartbeat that makes this house a home. Rest in the absolute cold certainty of your own significance. The world is safe because you are quiet in it. Tomorrow, you will rise and you will lead again. But for now, silence. For now, peace. The kingdom is yours.